Carl, what do you think about Tammy Pepperman? Bo here has typed into the chat the Act of 1066, the Cestui v.
Oh, boy.
1066 Treatise on Amity, Commerce, and Navigation of 1794.
Yeah, I stay away from all that stuff because, like I said, a trust, any type of trust, there could be 10 gazillion trusts, there could be 18,872 trusts out there with my name on it. As a beneficiary, I have no right to know that I'm a beneficiary. I have no right to know how they're using my name in that trust, why I'm in that trust, or what is required of me to obtain a benefit. So just because you hear all these people saying, oh, Cestui trust, and I just laugh. I go, look, anybody could create a document with my name on it. But just because they offered me this document and presented it to me like a birth certificate as a gift, do I have to accept a gift that is going to cause me harm and injury? Do I have to accept an 800-pound gorilla that's really hungry or a 1,000-pound lion that's starving? I don't have to accept that as a gift. I said, you know what, that's great that you try to present this to me, but is there some reason I have to accept this piece of paper or this gift or this 800-pound gorilla? No, I don't have to accept this as mine. Are you crazy? This thing's going to kill me. So if somebody says, oh, you got a birth certificate, do I have to accept that? Is it going to cause me harm, injury, or loss? Yes, then why do I have to accept it now since I didn't create it? What are you trying to pull here on me?
It's not a trust.
It's a trust, right? Because
it says, Bo is saying that it's not a trust, the Act of 1066, the Cestui v. Act is a treatise on amity, commerce, and navigation.
But I don't know if you know what cestui means. Cestui it just means he, like he, she, we, it. All it means is cestui is he, and that's all it means is French. It's he, like he or she. So cestui, all it means is he who benefits from a trust. And that's all the cestui means. The cestui trust is he who benefits from the trust. So, for whom the trust exists. So that trust exists for me. That's great. But you know what? Like I said, what happened? My grandfather set up a trust for me when I hit 50 years old. I get $1 million. I don't have to know what that trust is. And all of a sudden, when I'm 50 years old, like, holy cow, I get $1 million. Or all of a sudden, when I'm 65 years old, all of a sudden I start getting checks in the mail for $1,000 a month. Like, wow, where did I get this from? I was like, well, so they did something called like a Social Security trust, and when you hit 65, you start getting money. Oh, wow, really? Is that why my paycheck was a little short every month? Yeah. Well, they set up a trust for you. Well, hell, that's swell. And I'm getting money now? Oh, well, that's great. I'll accept that benefit. So a trust, when you're the beneficiary of a trust, unless you're the trustor, the grantor, the person who created that trust, you have no right to know any damn thing that trust is talking about you.
Well, it says, guest 23 typed in the chat that Cestui v means it is you.
It's French for he or she or who. Who the person for whom a benefit exists. That's what Cestui trust means. That's exactly what it means.
It's not Cestui trust that we're using. It doesn't say trust.
It's Cestui, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Act. It's an act, A-C-T.
Right. It's for who benefits from it. Who's the person who benefits from this act? So if they want to make a law that says that when I'm 65 years old, I'm going to start getting $1,000 a month payments in my mailbox, okay, I don't care what act it's who created the act. I don't care who created the trust. I don't care what my great-grandfather set up. All I know, or some congressman set up for me, or the Queen of England set up for me, or some reptoids set up for me. I don't care. Will I accept a $1,000 a month check from them because of some sort of trust fund or Cestui act? I don't care. Of course I'll accept it. But do I have any right to know who established that trust or how I'm a beneficiary? No. That's why it's called a trust. It's none of my damn business. So to me, that's what I'm saying. If I want to set up a trust and I'm secretly handing my kids money when they hit 18 years old and they're like, wow, I get money all the time. I don't have to tell my kids it's me who's sending it to you. I don't have to tell them nothing. They could just say, wow, man, somebody's sending me a check in the mail. Well, what are you going to do with it, kid? Well, I think I'll put it towards college. Well, hey, that's a pretty good idea. Why don't you do that? They have no right to know who's sending them money. It's not, if that's part of the rules of the trust, that's the rules of the trust. You're not allowed to know who's your benefactor. You start looking for your benefactor, so you know what? Well, your checks will stop. So either enjoy it or go ahead and give us nonsense, and you'll never get another check again. So, like I said, people just make way too much out of this trust stuff. But that's just my opinion. What the hell do I know? Yeah, that's where I look at things.
Their way of doing things. It's interesting to learn the different ways people do things.
Yeah,
I try not to limit myself on, listening to other people's ideas, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, at least to listen.
Yeah, well,
that doesn't mean I'm going to use your information or whoever's, not necessarily yours, but, in general.
Well, that's why I left. Like I said, when the Social Security Act, they provide a benefit for me sometime, maybe when I'm 60, 70, 80, 90. They change it all the time. Why? Because I'm not the trustor. I didn't create it. So I can't say when I'm allowed to start getting benefits from the Social Security Act. But if you're trying to hand me a present, if you're trying to hand me a Social Security number and say, well, this is for my benefit, but it's going to cause me harm or pain somewhere along the way, well, then I don't have to accept something that's going to cause me harm or pain because I'm not the creator of this monster. I'm not the creator of this Frankenstein. You are. Get this Frankenstein off my back.